Welcome to this section of updating the data. In the previous section, we saw how do we insert data into a table, that is insert into table name, values, uh, customer name was one and customer ID was one and customer name was Quinton Shen. Now we want to update that data. Let's say while inserting the data somewhere in our ERP or somewhere in our web application, Quinton was the wrong name and let's say Li Shen was the right name. And how do we really do it? So we want to update the data. So the scripts are already available on my GitHub link. So let me show you the GitHub link here for a sec before I go there. So in the GitHub link, as you keep scrolling down for the all scripts sql.sql file, you would see after our insert scripts, you would see the update scripts. So where you would see what is the exact scenario. Let me explain how the update works. Update also works something similar to the insert scripts, but not exactly the same. So let me pull up my MySQL workbench and let's say I'll do a mistake and let's see if you can catch it for a second. Let's see. Update customer set let me reiterate that probably for update which table I want to update. Customer table. Set what? I want to set the customer name to Li Shen from Quinton Shen. Of course, that is something we don't need to explicitly mention. Where I will use the customer ID column. You can always say customer name is equal to, let's try that multiple option. Let's say where customer ID equals 1. I'll give you 1 sec if you want to pause and think what is the mistake. But I've been doing the same mistake in the previous videos also, just to make sure that you understand. Okay. If you see, I've not mentioned the schema name. If I don't mention the schema name, MySQL doesn't really know where I am really focusing on. Okay, update PSDW database. In that database customer table, set the customer name to Li Shen and where customer ID is equal to 1. Run this. Row affected. If you see 1 changed, how do we see all the data in a table? We say select star from ps_dw dot customer Li Shen. Okay, if you want to write it on customer name, we can do that too. Let's say update ps_dw dot customer set customer name equal to dummy where customer name equal to Li Shen. Right, let's do that. Something went wrong. You're using a safe update mode. Use as a key column. So yeah, I think it's a very good concept. I ran into my own this one. So when you are trying to update, it's a safer way to do it on a key column rather than a non-key column. So let me tell you how do we fix that. So let me go to edit, preferences. I think it's in the SQL editor. If you see safe updates, it basically rejects and deletes with no restrictions. Having a primary key setting is actually that. So if you it's not very safe to change a name on a name field. That is the reason this safe update mode is there. So let me just remove this, but I think I'll have to reconnect. Let me quickly try. Yeah, it would not work. Let me reconnect. So let me just copy paste this for a second. Close the MySQL workbench. Start it again. Connect. It's right there and it should work now. If you see, it just worked. So having the safe key mode is the most safer option. Generally, if you're doing updates, having some kind of constraint, some kind of check is a very good idea. I mean, otherwise people would just keep on updating on anything. And as we spoke during the primary key video, we want to update something based on a telephone number, based on a key column, based on a customer ID. That is the most safest way of to update. I showed you a workaround, and also the best practice is to update the data based on the key column is also what I suggest. All right, so let's see what's the data now. Let's say select star from ps underscore tw dot customer. Good enough. So we entered dummy. Congratulations, we just finished updating the data. Next section we will do deletion of the data, and later on we'll do bulk inserts. See you in the next section. Bye.